Imagine walking away from your job after just scraping by the minimum requirement for a lifetime payout. It's the kind of razor-thin decision that leaves you wondering about fairness in politics. Georgia Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene is set to qualify for her congressional retirement benefits by the narrowest of margins when she leaves office next year. This bold move has sparked conversations about accountability and rewards in public service, drawing eyes from across the political spectrum. Last week, the outspoken Republican shared her plans to step down early from her role representing Georgia's 14th district in the House. In a detailed 4-page message, she specified that January 5, 2026, would mark her final day on the job. This announcement came as a surprise to many, especially given her fiery reputation and the timing amid ongoing national debates. To break it down for those new to how Congress works, lawmakers become eligible for their pension after completing at least 5 full years of service, as outlined by groups like the National Taxpayers Union. Greene first took her seat on January 3, 2021. So by the time she exits, she'll have edged just past that crucial 5-year threshold. Think of it like finishing a marathon with seconds to spare. However, don't expect her to start collecting right away. Like other members, she'll need to wait until she turns 62 to access those funds, which helps ensure the system supports longer-term planning rather than instant rewards. Let's dive into the numbers to make this clearer for beginners. The base salary for members of Congress stands at $174,000 per year, and the pension formula gives retirees about 1% of that amount for each year served. For someone with 2 decades under their belt who retires at 62, it bumps up to 1.1% annually. In Greene's case, with her shorter tenure, calculations from the National Taxpayers Union suggest she'd receive around $8,717 each year. Factoring in the average life expectancy for American women, about 79 years, and annual cost of living adjustments of roughly 2%, her total lifetime benefits could exceed $265,000. For comparison, long-serving figures like former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who's been in Congress since 1987, qualify for a much larger $108,800 annually, highlighting how time in office dramatically amplifies these perks. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this pension a well-deserved safety net or an undeserved windfall for someone with Greene's personal wealth? At 51 years old, her financial picture looks vastly different from the average American's retirement concerns. Reports from financial trackers like Quiver Quantitative estimate her net worth at approximately $25.1 million, bolstered by investments in powerhouse companies such as Meta, Alphabet, Google's parent, Amazon, and Tesla. This level of affluence raises eyebrows. After all, why accept taxpayer-funded benefits when you're already set? It's a point that's fueled bipartisan pushes in recent years. Lawmakers from both sides, including Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Democrat, NY, and Senator Josh Hawley, RMO, have advocated for bans on stock trading by Congress members and their families to prevent conflicts of interest. And this is the part most people miss. Under the federal employees' retirement system, these officials contribute to their plans just like everyday workers. Plus, they can build extra savings through a thrift savings plan, which acts like a 401k for federal employees, allowing voluntary investments for a more robust nest egg. Greene's decision to resign arrived shortly after a major win on a bill she championed, which aimed to unseal documents tied to Jeffrey Epstein, and sailed through the House with near-unanimous support. She teamed up with fellow Republicans, sometimes her own sparring partners like Reps Nancy Mace from South Carolina and Lauren Boebert from Colorado, to back a discharge petition led by Rep. Thomas Massie, R. Kiowa, and Rep. Ro Khanna, D. California. This effort forced a vote despite resistance from House Speaker Mike Johnson, and it even strained her relationship with a key supporter, President Donald Trump, who withdrew his endorsement over the issue. Adding to her frustrations, Greene called out party leaders like Johnson for dragging their feet on extending enhanced tax credits for the Affordable Care Act's insurance marketplace amid a government shutdown, underscoring her push for bolder action on healthcare access. She also made it clear she won't throw her weight behind any candidate in the special election to fill her seat, leaving that choice entirely to voters. What do you think? Does Greene's pension eligibility feel like a clever loophole or a fair reward for her service? Should wealthier politicians opt out of these benefits to set an example? Share your take in the comments. Let's spark a real discussion on reforming congressional perks to better reflect public priorities.